So you turn on the TV excited to watch Olympic curling. But after a while you say, wait a minute, this curling looks different. That's because it is, kind of. It's mixed doubles curling, introduced at the Olympic Games in 2018. It's a little complicated, but we can explain. We're USA Curling, and we're here to help. The scoring in mixed doubles is the same as traditional curling. When an end is finished, teams want to have their stones closer to the center of the house or rings than their opponent. Players deliver the stone just like they would in four-person curling. There's sweeping, and there's still plenty of yelling. First, teams have two players instead of four, one female athlete and one male athlete, which shouldn't be hard to remember since it's called mixed doubles. Each end starts with two stones already positioned in play. The team with last rock, that's the hammer, has one of their stones placed at the back of the 4-foot ring in the house, while the team without last rock has a stone placed in front of the house on the center line. No stone in play, including the stones placed in position at the start of the end, can be removed from play prior to the delivery of the fourth stone of an end. Impress your friends by saying, yeah, you can't make a takeout until the fourth delivered rock of the end. Every end starts with the same setup, except when the team with last rock elects to use their power play. When they do, one stone is positioned in the rings, and the other stone is placed in front of the house to the side of the center line, a corner guard. When you see it, sound like a pro by announcing, look at that! There's a corner guard, so the team with hammer must be using their power play. Instead of 8, teams throw 5 rocks each end in mixed doubles. One player delivers the first and fifth rocks of the end, and the other player throws the second, third, and fourth stones of each end. Teams are allowed to switch this up throughout a game, but you'll see most stick with the same order. The teammate not throwing will either stand in the house holding a brush for a target, like in traditional curling, or start beside the thrower during the delivery of the stone. Most often, that's what you'll see, the brusher at the same end as the thrower, ready to sweep. Throwers can also jump up and sweep the stone they just delivered. In the four-person version of curling at the Olympics, games are 10 ends, but mixed doubles contests are 8 ends. An entire game takes less time to complete, fewer delivered stones each end, and fewer ends overall. You could call the pace of play brisk. There are lots of rocks in play in mixed doubles and usually lots of scoring. When a team is behind, say, they may be down, but it's hard to protect a lead in mixed doubles. Then when a team comes back and scores a lot of points in one end, you're the pro in the room. The athletes at the Olympic Games have spent years training for this moment, and pros know that winning at curling's highest levels is really hard. They also know that curling of any kind is a ton of fun. So go to find a curling club near me at usacurling.org and discover a place to play in your area. You might not make the next Olympics, but you'll probably become sort of obsessed with the sport once you try it. Sign up for a Learn to Curl. Get out on the ice and try sliding and yelling at your friends and trying to make the shots you saw on TV. Before long, you'll be watching curling like a pro and playing it sort of like one. luck, and good curling. 5 teams have already been eliminated from this triple knockout championship, but the rest of the field has their eyes on the playoff round. From Bob Suter's Capitol Ice Arena in Middleton, Wisconsin, it's Day 3, Draw 10 of the 2022 USA Curling Mixed Doubles National Championship. I'm Dean Gemmel alongside Madison's own Mike McDermott, and this afternoon we'll see Eileen Geving and Luke Violette take on Taylor Anderson and Hunter Clausen. Geving and Violette had a win last night, but Anderson and Clausen are coming off a loss against 2018 Olympians Becca and Matt Hamilton. That said, Mike, I think this matchup is about as even as any we've seen so far. What's your take?
Yeah, thanks, Dean. I would agree. Both of these teams have seen some success. They both played pretty well at the mixed doubles trials. Obviously, they're both the B side, so I think this should be a real good game.
Good. Geving and Violette in the trials last in Eveleth. I believe Clausen and Anderson came just short, didn't quite qualify, but they were active on the mixed doubles circuit.
Yeah, whatever.
Taylor Anderson starts things off by pushing the place stone belonging to Geving and Violette to the back 8 foot. This is Eileen Geving, her team's first. They've got the hammer in the first end.
So we need to bump it. Yeah, back line. Straight. Back line.
Rock has some curling to do. Violette using the blade method.
Is that what we're calling it now?
That's what I'm calling it anyways,
I like it.
Mike.
I like it.
He is more committed to it than most in the field.
Okay, I'm going to take like 3 quarters.
Luke is a huge analytics guy.
He does study the game pretty closely, and he's an engineer, so maybe he's done some, I don't know, data mining or deep science research. Who knows? Hunter Clausen.
So he looked it up on Google like the rest of us?
Yeah.
Close though.
This rock is out there as well. Running.
Let it.
Say with the ice issues this morning, Dean, we've seen a little less curl, and it's been a little slower. I would anticipate a little less curl this time of the week. I think a little slower as a result of the compressor issues.
Usually a little less curl as the rocks wear down a bit.
Do you like
from
Middleton?
their initial roughening at the start of the event.
Okay.
I talked to Sean Olsen. They lost the compressor overnight. That was the problem. Came in and the ice was warm, to say the least, which is less than ideal. But he's, as usual, the crew got on it and managed to improve things quickly.
Weight has to be really good.
He ended up only an hour late in the first game.
Yeah, and only about a half an hour late here, which is pretty darn good for losing a compressor.
This one also running, though, and might just slide by. Might get onto the back yellow.
13.5.
So 13.5, he certainly, I don't know if that's ice. I would say that's operator error there. 13.5, the hog-to-hog time. Clausen with his second. Clausen grew up curling at the Potomac Curling Club in Laurel, Maryland.
Top 8 right now, Tay. Looks like we're all there.
Got to know Taylor Anderson as a junior curler. She played out of the Philadelphia club.
No bounce. Finish it if you can. Hard Tay.
Some fond memories of Philadelphia, don't you, Dean?
I certainly do, yeah. Probably the greatest place ever to have a national championship, I would say, especially in 2012.
Okay, so we don't need a ton of weight, just control.
Go board or
That's driving by Taylor.
whatever you
That
like.
is a little bounce.
11.5.
Yeah, Taylor.
What do we think? Like that?
I think that's too much.
Okay, give me a broom less. Yeah. Once we get inside the last few rocks, it might go a little, but not a ton.
It was Hunter, Mike. You had it. You had it. We're into the middle throwers here. Both teams, the female player will throw the first and fifth stone. The male players will throw 2, 3, 4. Mixed doubles curling, they are allowed to change that, but teams rarely do. And I don't expect we'll see these teams change throughout the game. Luke Violette.
I like it.
5-time junior national champion.
Yep.
Tight to the guard here.
Hard, you got it. Yep, stay
Will he
on
get
it,
by?
stay on it, right to it.
He's by now. Where does the shooter
that
stay? In a
That
good
one,
spot.
Go, 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 go. Thanks.
It's really good.
That's a good result for Violette.
Board? You want to sweep? Yeah.
Looks at it and sees board. He'll be trying to get as close to nose on this red stone as he can.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, dead nose makes a double if we get a little inside. Can we get inside with board?
I don't know.
Okay, I think we're just gonna hack and make the roll in.
His move.
Okay. Like
Yeah,
edge of 4.
I would. A lot of finish on this ice, but I think it would be tough to get to nose with board here.
Yeah, those rocks better than edge to edge. The red rock belonging to Violet and Geving in the 4-foot. Better than edge to edge with the center line guard. Anderson on it early. Can she hold this stone? Can she just buzz the guard here? She does.
What do I
Jams
know?
it, but
I think we just kick it over and then
mission accomplished.
miss.
You can throw the same weight and just
Yeah.
roll open.
Same ice. It should run a little straighter.
So we were here.
Yep.
Like a little.
I like the same weight.
Okay.
Violet would like to hit this stone, Mike, and roll open and avoid jamming it in the back.
Yeah, I like this call. He said to Eileen, you know, we're gonna sit 2 here and make them make something. Definitely would be open for their 1, and maybe they get a chance with 3 here.
Ideally, you'd push it right through the hole between the red stone in the back 8 and the yellow stone in the 12-foot. If
Similar.
he jams on the yellow, I think the yellow stone will be shot, or second shot.
Yep. Yep.
It's close.
Well,
Eileen Geving with the line call. I may have overcooked it just a fraction.
Yeah.
good throw.
Still might be 2 at the back, though.
You can throw about the same weight as your first one.
Still might be 2
Yeah.
red. I
Maybe it's
can't
not
tell
close. I think it's
totally, but
maybe.
it looks
Good job.
like it.
Yeah, I think 2 red at the back there.
Everything in the back of the house, though, as Taylor Anderson goes to throw her last.
I feel like you said yesterday, Dean, this is
throw,
this draw's almost
You made
unmissable,
middle on your
isn't
last
it?
one, right? I
Yes.
think that would have over-curled into the open, because you can freeze on that line, too.
Plenty of backing back there for Taylor on this one.
I saw Taylor's parents in the breakfast at the hotel this morning.
Hey, all right. What was for breakfast?
Great folks. That was a fabulous Holiday Inn Express
release.
breakfast, Mike. Taylor Anderson playing this in-turn draw. Needs to
Weight's
either
good.
bury or lock it onto the back ones.
It's gonna curl, huh? Gotta go wait.
Mine's good.
Playing the straight
Weight's good.
freeze here, I think. It's got some curling to do.
Great shot, Tay.
Violet's going to hit it right into the middle of those 2 stones, though.
Just draw.
And that leaves Eileen Geving with her last, her only option to draw full 4-foot, score 1. So, at the moment, Clausen
All right, just
and
natural
Anderson
weight
lie
here.
1.
Don't want to bump anything around.
I think a 90.
Maybe a 95. Remember, it gets pretty slick.
Eileen Geving, last shot, first end, trying to score 1.
79. Yeah, well, nose the yellow.
Sounds a little
Back,
heavy.
Back 12.
So weight is heavy, so
Back
they need
12,
to get
nose
to
the
the
yellow.
nose of that yellow stone.
Right up.
Has some curling to do. Might start to dig in here, though. It looks like it's coming down. I don't know if the
Looks
analytical
good.
mind of Luke Violette was right with that stopwatch. Almost going to overcurl, but just good.
One red.
So that'll be 1 red for Violette and Geving. They'll head
I
to the
couldn't hear
second
ya.
end, up 1-0. We'll be right back.
Curled at the end.
I knew it.
All right, we're back here with the second and 2022 USA Curling Mixed Doubles Nationals triple knockout format. This is a B bracket matchup between Eileen Geving and Luke Violette against Taylor Anderson and Hunter Clausen. Anderson and Clausen will have last rock in the second end. This is Eileen Geving getting things underway.
Some good shots there in the first. Everybody's a little heavy. Let's see if everybody can dial that down and get play in the front of the house instead of the back of the house this end.
We're not even at the guard.
Apparently this one isn't heavy.
Nope.
Luke thinks it's short of the guard.
Maybe line up an angle here.
Doesn't want to
line up a run.
Load one up. Tried to. So Eileen Geving with a mistake there, and now we'll see if Taylor Anderson can lock her stone in and start to shrink the scoring area, or at least take away this draw.
Weight's close. T.
Clausen thinks it's T.
Come in.
So
keep it on the nose, Tay.
Might be a little stronger than that, but right to it. Gonna keep it on the nose.
Okay, not bad.
Good shot.
Did you get time on that?
Does leave the pin still available.
It is heavy. I think it's upper 14s. We can carry it. Okay.
Mike McDermott getting the hog-to-hog time here. We'll have that reported in just seconds.
Feels pretty nice.
Also, producer Brian Anderson has it down below. We'll compare.
Whoa.
This is the outturn draw. Needs to get to the pin.
Finish it.
No.
Couple of pros with the watches. Mike, what did you have there?
Yeah, we just really
14:05.
And Brian Anderson, our producer here, at 14:01. So I'm going to say it's 14 hog to hog at the moment, although that drifted a little past the tee. So 2 yellows locked the back of the forefoot, one biting the button.
Is it like edge?
Red stone belonging to Geving Violette, currently shot rock. We could do this all game, fellas, if you like.
No, that's all right.
Mano a mano. Here comes Hunter Clausen. He's throwing the outturn.
Our tens of fans, I think, could get tired of it.
I think he.
Whoa. Close.
This is running. He'd like to, I think he thinks he can get to the inside of it, but that rock has some curling to do. And I think it's going to chisel the red over.
Oh, shit.
That wasn't the result he wanted.
Yeah.
As noted.
We could double lock. I mean, nose is fine. But I don't mind shorten it just a little bit. Just don't want to bounce.
Right on top is really good.
Gotta be short of it. What did I just throw you?
403.
Okay, that was at least back 4.
Well, with full sweep.
True.
So throw the same, I think.
I want to give you a 410.
Okay.
Just because we cannot, under any circumstance, be heavy.
Yeah.
Violette, not only is he analytical, he tends to talk in absolutes, I find, as we might expect from an analytical mind.
Yeah.
I think he's right here, though. Absolutely don't want to be heavy here.
Line's good, a little tighter.
Yep.
It's a little heavy if you wanted a 410.
Hard.
Eileen Geving suggesting it's top 8, though.
Hard, gotta go.
Top 4.
Gotta go.
Doesn't want to over curl either.
Full 4. Well,
so that rocks is light, and light would have been okay, but it also over curls.
Good chance it jams, but I think just play good hack at it.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I was thinking hack board.
Now Clausen thinks he can get to that one, probably get to nose.
Yeah. Kind of like that's our west end.
Looking for hack weight.
Hack.
I always hate putting down the broom for hack, Mike. I don't know about you, but it's the weight I never like putting the broom down for.
I'm opposite. I like hack, board.
I like board.
Those are my favorites.
Hack always makes me nervous about where to put
the
nervous.
I got it.
No, curl.
Some clubs, there's relatively little difference between hack and board. St. Paul and Rochester come to mind. We tried to play it that way quietly.
Yeah,
I thought he was playing the outturn. Not exactly sure why he'd throw that that quiet, but I guess couldn't see enough of it.
Another chance here for
All right.
Eileen and Luke to drop one in.
I like the weight.
So if you're Anderson and Clausen, the problem is you're giving Luke Violet the same shot twice in a row here.
No more than
See if he recalibrates. Out-turn draw, he came up short and over-curled in his last one.
You are wider, it should
Definitely more positive here and looks like more weight.
Just T.
Okay, right off.
It's kind of coming down already.
Okay, you can, line's good to lock it. I'll carve.
It's gotta go.
I'll carve.
It's really coming down.
Luke Sullivan trying to adjust his broom head to blade this thing in there, but Luke Sullivan, I did it already. Luke Sullivan, Luke Violet. It's one of the most ridiculous name mix-ups I have.
I don't even know who Luke Sullivan is.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you who he is, Mike.
Right.
He's not even a curler. He's a former ad man who wrote a book. you can look it up. He wrote a book called Hey Whipple, Squeeze This that I was a big fan of, and for some reason I cannot extract the last name from my head, but that's going to be the first and only time. I promise. That's why I take the mornings off, Mike.
No, you're right. I do obviously hard. Like,
later on, we'll read what Danny Casper recorded in Wausau when I was doing 4 games a day. all my errors, he kept a steady track of.
I like it.
Okay.
Clausen.
It's good.
Mine's good.
Just trying to get to the nose here.
Mine's
I think
good.
you can
Close.
chisel it
Maybe
across the
kinda.
top a little bit.
Close, yes. Whoa.
It's got some curling to do.
Curl.
Oh, Taylor using the blade method.
Looks like it's not going to curl enough, though.
Right.
Wow, and there's an intern here available that could really make it difficult for Anderson Clausen.
Nah, well, yes, but if he gets in nose, it's for 2.
Double for 2, yeah.
Yeah, I just like this, because what do? They have
Yeah.
nothing.
And even
Anywhere short's fine. Well, not necessarily.
To the yellow or to our own?
Okay.
Luke Violet making his way down to the ice, the other end of the ice with Eileen.
Right
Devin.
now, they can hit the red I just threw high side and double it over the top.
Yeah.
So we want to get in there.
In the yellows or on the red?
Yep. And I just
Which
got
one?
so they can hit
Would
the
you
one
rather be wider onto the yellow or further in onto our own red?
further in, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, let's make it good. Take enough ice, though.
I think if they come
Good
right
discussion, like you're eating.
next to their own red and frozen on that yellow partially, I don't know how Anderson Clausen score.
I agree. I think Luke's worried about them being able to go over the top and make this double, probably spinning off the yellow in the back. That's a pretty tough shot.
Gotta go.
Tough shot, but that's why he wants to lie 2 versus guard. They'll need to go on this one, though. Both of them working hard on it. And Eileen Geving, that's the second time in this end she's come up well short. Not what we typically see out of Eileen.
I don't think there's a shot, to be honest. Like, unless you can snake through the hole.
Yeah, I think you could have afforded to be a little heavy there.
With like, it probably
Kinda
play
chap
control
off the outside
hole.
yellow and roll
Maybe
in.
there's a hole there.
You're what Hunter thinks.
I think so. Do I ever draw under here? I can't.
You can't get there. And like, if you ever just rub it, the 6 might come back. I don't. If you want to play control through here, I don't think it's there though.
I don't want to give him 2.
I think it's tough. I don't think there's a shot. I think we just throw it away. You can play a draw here to get your draw weight a little.
So the shot that Luke Violet was concerned about, Clausen and Anderson don't think exists. Violet thought you could hit the red in the top of the forfeit, half in the forfeit, get action on that other red, which is possible, I think. Spin both reds out. The other one goes over the top of those 2 yellows.
Okay.
I don't think there's more.
I don't think the hole is
2
there.
or even 3, I guess, if you got really lucky.
It'd be fun to watch.
Yeah. I would say it'd be more fun to watch than this.
Yeah, accurate.
This is Taylor Anderson. She's just going to throw this one away. They're going to concede 1 to the team of Geving Violet. Elected, instead of throwing it through, they decided to throw a wide draw. Not a bad idea in mixed doubles.
Play better end. 1 red.
Throw a lot of draw shots. So it's 1 red. That makes it 2-0 in favor of Geving Violet. over Anderson Clausen after 2 ends of play. We'll be back with the third end right after this.
To the next Danielle Umstead, try everything. When I finally found skiing, those first turns changed my life.
To the next Isaac Jean-Paul, accept who you are. I kind of ran away from having a disability. I use sports as an opportunity to show the world my story because it's more than a sport. It taught me how to love myself.
Toyota, proudly supporting the Paralympians of today and tomorrow.
All right, we're back here, third end action. Geving Violet leading Anderson Clausen 2-0. Anderson Clausen will carry the hammer into this second end. Eileen Geving light on both her draws in the last end, her first and fifth shot for her team. She'll try to bounce back here, even though they scored one in the last end.
A little soft.
Okay, I know. I'm going to hit it earliest for that.
Hit it straight right away.
Anderson Clausen down
Roll
0-2
heavy.
here.
Yep.
Certainly not insurmountable lead. Still early
Back
in the
eight.
game.
Yep, straight.
Plenty of rocks.
So, Mike, I know you have a podcast, Curling Nation. Have you ever had any of these players on as guests?
I do have a podcast. We have not had any of these kids on. They're kids. No, not yet.
You have not.
Let's see.
You might want to sort of attack that younger demo
You
and
know
have
the
some
end.
of these players
I like
on,
that,
Mike.
like 3/4.
Yeah.
Big half.
We get old guys like you on, Dean.
Yeah.
You did join us once.
I did. It was
very
good
gracious.
fun. Good fun on your podcast. Taylor Anderson, after Eileen Geving slips deep. So
Wade's
there's a room here for Taylor Anderson.
T. Back 4.
That might be an optimistic back 4, I think. So both teams, Mike, struggling with their draw weight here.
Yeah,
Yep.
just a little bit heavy. Didn't even have the fourth end mop to blame it on.
No.
Not yet, at least.
Of course, the ice
Intern freeze, right?
maybe a little more prone to changing throughout
All right,
a game.
I
I'm
like
not
my
sure.
05.
That's just conjecture, of course. But after they had to do some recovery work this morning when the compressor went down, Sean Olson would probably disagree with
Right
me,
on.
but I'm free to provide some, some
Careful.
Absolutely.
Theories up here.
Unconfirmed,
non-analytical.
non-analytical, purely anecdotal.
14-1.
Steadfast opinions.
Absolutely. Sounds perfect.
That's right.
Your vocabulary is better
as
than mine.
well, and it just chaps off another opportunity missed, and Luke upset with himself after that. Really have to capitalize on those opportunities because you can
Yeah,
really
top button.
put a team behind the 8 ball when you have them. Now Hunter Clausen with his own opportunity, and we'll see if he can take advantage of it.
Yeah, with so few rocks
pretty
in this
close.
game, you definitely want to get your
Just
rocks
hop
in
on and
that
say, whoa, whoa, whoa,
front
look.
control zone as soon as possible. Just makes it that much more difficult for the other team to score.
Can you get to the inside here? Not quite. So still room.
I think it's the freeze, but I probably can blast now.
This stays no matter what.
Okay.
And it goes into our own. So I
Yeah.
think you just.
I'm almost tempted to throw the out turn now, though, but that's a
Oh,
bit
yeah?
greedy.
I know. Well,
No, that's too greedy. We got to play the side
that
we know.
positioning is really
Just
nice.
bump this. It is, but we're going to play this. That's too
'Cause
risky.
we don't know this stuff.
Yep, so I took middle 12. I think I want the same weight.
So despite
Little
liking
weight.
the outturn path better, it certainly does
Probably
line
two
up
rooms
better
left
in
side.
terms of securing the angle.
Well, that was pretty
They're
wide.
going to stick with the intern because it's the
You know
path
what?
they know.
Well, I wouldn't take that much less with less
I
weight.
might be tempted to
Okay.
throw the outturn here.
I agree. I feel like
It's just getting a
listening to
little
Luke
straighter
call
on this
games
side,
and
so.
watching Luke play games.
95.
I think he gets in his own head and It's almost like we discussed your book recommendation yesterday, where it's Luke's so into the math and the analytics, but he's not accounting for.
Eye test, the case for human creativity. Chris Jones, that was the book, but here he's got to stay. Can't chap off too much. He's going to overcurl. That's the problem with the intern, but he does manage to stay in a good spot.
Yeah, just freeze.
Come in with the out turn, he probably would have been cornered on that stone that's biting the button belonging to Anderson Clausen.
With the in turn or the out?
Clausen and Anderson will debate the in versus out turn.
Yeah. 4. I'll take the 4. I do. Throw about the same then, huh?
Yeah, that was like back 4, almost back. Line only.
Yes. Yes.
Line only.
Yes.
Taylor Anderson working this stone hard, trying to get it by the guard. Needs to get it by the guard.
Right to it. Right to it. Whoa.
It's not going to be by the guard. That will crash on the guard. Does open it up. But now there's opportunity for Violet and Geving.
I mean, a little bump. Freeze or a bump.
Yeah.
It's a little, so this is, they got 2 after this. I mean, I think, what are we guarding?
Well,
because the problem is they can always come in here and
rock.
bump it. It is, well, not that lonely.
Because, yeah, which way is it going out?
I mean, if we're like short like this, that's fine. I'd say let's just play the freeze, but if we're a little short, it's fine.
Okay.
I'm okay with them playing some slash and losing their shooter.
The nose. Obviously not for Violet Gevington. If you smash the nose of that red, do all the reds go out? Maybe just Ivan goes to the center side.
Might not leave.
Even just outside
I think that Luke has looked at the blast, but that yellow in the back forefoot belonging to Geving Violet is pretty much in jail, not going anywhere. I like this dead freeze.
Well, I like the freeze too. I'm just thinking on the next one for.
Oh, you're thinking 2 shots ahead.
I am.
Right on
you.
Every once in a while.
Back 4.
Luke was discussing what they're guarding.
Let me tell you.
That's why they elected not to guard. They want to have another stone in there. This rock has some curling to do, though. Should warp in here now, but he's about to get to the inside of that yellow. Not awful. But not
yeah, if I just miss the 1. Yeah, and if I just hit the 1 and stick it, that's fine. Peel? Okay.
Yeah, you could get a lot of action going out the side here.
I think you could see the red that's on the button start spinning up towards the tee line and out.
He's trying to almost miss the rock, the red rock that's just biting the button.
I think in the out.
Almost missed that.
Yeah.
Catch the other one, and those rocks should go exit to the left. Could leave himself lying 2 or even 3 if he's fortunate. Probably 2. I think this rock will have some pace, Mike.
I think Peels usually means he's going to throw it pretty hard. I think Hunter can throw it pretty hard too.
There it is.
Whoa.
Playing with the out turn. Needs to get really close to that one right here.
Whoa.
So he's going to just dead nose the one in there. So that'll leave them lying second, fourth, and fifth.
If you roll. Do we even want to throw big weight or just?
No. Whatever control. Yeah, just the control. We want to stick it. I think.
So we don't even need to remove
Yeah, we want to stick it. You can roll this way a little bit, like roll the center just slightly.
Do we want the yellow out of the rings?
Not necessarily. We could play softer. It's just so hard to play those delicate.
Because otherwise, I'd rather just throw a 10 and have it be consistent.
I want to throw a 10.
Or like a 10-5.
No, let's throw a 10-5.
Okay.
Or 11, whatever you're comfortable
10-5,
with.
edge
So
of 4?
we kind of, this should be the path we throw in the first end. So I'm thinking something like this.
Yeah.
After talking about playing this with quieter weight, they're unsure of the ice here, so they're going to throw this 10.5 or 11 hog-to-hog time.
Just dead nose.
Yep.
Sort of a control weight, board weight.
Yeah, and the Swingy Championship ice, it can get a little tricky to put those touch shots in the right spot. Especially with just one sweeper versus maybe 2 in the 4-person game.
And 5.
They're trying to rush short little rays of the red stone onto the yellow stone. Hope to leave their shooter right there, but this rock's curling early.
Right away.
On it early. Can they hold it enough?
Great shot.
This is
Good
enough.
result. Really good shot.
It's tough for Anderson and Clausen to score again here.
It does. Let's listen in as they weigh their options.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be a second half team this game. I think. I think you just peel and you can make this double and stick it here, or you can just this one and make this double. Yeah, I think this is just a little high.
I think Taylor's mic may not be functioning, or else she's speaking very quietly.
Yeah, okay.
Clausen with the line of the week there, though. Boldly proclaiming that there'll be a second half team in this one, and good attitude to bring to it now because they are in the glue here again. Taylor Anderson going to try to make a double of some kind in here and probably just concede one again. Probably needs to move all 3 rocks, but we'll leave 1 red stone counting, I believe. Intern on the way. She's up after it.
Yeah.
Yes. Well.
She sort of gave up on it. Hunter had not. That'll be 2 red, I believe.
2 red.
So with that, it'll be 4-0 for Geving Violet as we head to the 4th end.
On your back, Luke.
We'll be right back. USA Curling is committed to diversity, equity, and inclusion in our sport. Our Icebreakers program has already provided unconscious bias training to the curling community and is working with member clubs to fuel outreach to Black, Indigenous, and populations of color that have been underrepresented in our sport. Positive change won't happen overnight, but Icebreakers clubs are committed to introducing our amazing social sport to new groups and being catalysts for valuable conversations. Find out more in the diversity and inclusion section at usacurling.org. Icebreakers, share the sport, elevate the game. We're back, 4th end action. Geving Violet with a 4-0 lead on Anderson Clausen. Safe to say, some misses in that last end for sure, Mike, but Geving and Violet managed to make the right ones. And Eileen Geving's last one was a great shot.
Yeah. Took care of made the angles real tough for Anderson Clausen to score, prompting the quote of the week so far.
Hunter with the quote of the week. I'd say they took care of business there, Mike. Here we go, Violet with a brush down.
Weights.
Just one shot at a time, Dean.
I do like the second half team is much better than 1 shot at a time line from Hunter, so we'll give him credit for that.
Exactly.
So opportunity here though as Eileen Geving wrecks on the guard.
She is struggling with her draw weight. She's been light on her last.
A little outside, like a quarter outside.
5 draws.
Yes, she has been light, and rocks are curling hard. Here goes Taylor Anderson now, intern draw.
Small number.
She thinks it's light. Clausen has the broom down. Looks close from our angle. Just needs to get it by that guard. It's digging in hard as well. And that won't land in its intended
I think
spot.
so. Because going through the hole over curls all day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just tap it.
So an unusual setup here, Mike. The
just through weight.
The isosceles, whatever it is, triangle
Probably
up front
middle
there.
12. Yeah.
Rocks in a triangular shape.
I like it.
It's like a right triangle, if you ask me.
Yeah, I really need to spend some time with
I don't know.
the geometry books.
Not
I
quite,
know that.
Not quite equilateral.
All right.
Okay, yep.
Turn it over to the smarter people in the booth here to figure that out. Violet, though, no path in with a draw, so he's going to play this longish tap.
Hard.
I was told there'd be no math today, so
Hard.
enough triangle
Go.
talk.
Hard.
Needs to stay on the high side of it. He's just going to dead nose it back. Weight was perfect. Just needed to stay on the high side.
Yeah, with the real wide out turn.
We'll take a quick look at other scores across the sheets. Kim Rhyme, Jason Smith, they're up 3-2 over Sydney Mulaney and Chase Sinnott. Sheet B, Delaney Strauss, Danny Casper, they're up 7-1 on Anna O'Hara and Coleman Thurston.
Yep.
Our game right there, Geving Violet up 4-0. Moores Wheeler trailing McMakin Fenson 2-1. They're playing the fourth. And Schweitzer Hagberg up 4-1 on Weldon Franey.
It's a fun game. They're all throwing red rocks.
Actually, I think that last score is reversed. If I'm looking out on the board, I think it's Weldon Franey up 4-1.
Okay, get it there. Yep.
Apologies to fans of either team who either had a moment of excitement, followed by depression, followed by...
Whoa.
I put them on a roller coaster
Ready
there is
on
what
it.
I'm saying, Mike.
Ready on it.
Yeah.
Let it curl.
I like it.
Can we tap the red? Yep. Yes.
Of course, there's always a chance that the official, in their scramble to put up scores, put it up wrong, but the scoreboard on the sheet says 4-1 in favor of Weldon Franey.
We could just draw.
Yeah.
We can make it right in the forefoot. I mean, you just don't ever want to rub this.
Next time around.
We'll get it confirmed and we'll let people know.
Because, yeah, this gets dicey if it's not made well.
Right.
And it's like a rock behind the tee line. Let's just try to get right here.
Okay.
So Violet will play this wide out turn, try to get to the inside corner of that rock he just raised on his last one. There's the situation.
Alrighty.
And there's the yellow place stone at the back of the forefoot.
I think between edge and boards. With like
We'll be out quite wide with this, so you'll have to guess a bit on the weight.
I like it. Line's great. Wide right now.
Looks like he's giving it
Line's
a little
really
more.
good.
93, 3.93.
Yep.
Back line to Hog. Time.
Hard.
It's good.
Hard. I got it. Let me in.
Yep, you go.
There goes Violet now, trying to carve it over. Weight was perfect, just didn't finish as much as he wanted it to.
Yeah, sorry.
No,
It's like,
no, you're good.
it's good. I didn't realize how much room we had.
Yep.
It's a pretty good result. The angles aren't great, but continue to cut down that scoring area for the Clausen Anderson team.
They did. There's quite a unusual wall of guards spread across the front
These
there.
are pretty hard out here.
I will tell everybody that Sheet C,
like
Weldon
to throw a touch
Franey
one
are
here,
up
so we're gonna
4-1
take
on Schweitzer Hagberg.
Yellow's going to take their turn throwing the wide outside this time around.
Where is it? Yes.
They'll be throwing the wide in turn.
Hard line. Hard.
No lefties in this game that we have to worry about, I don't think.
Whoa.
No.
Line's good.
Clausen likes the line now. The weight looks close if they can finish it.
Yes.
May not want to take this too far back. And that's
a great shot.
Great shot by Hunter Clausen. Good guess. Let's see how Luke wants to tackle it.
I mean, I think we just come here.
I don't mind the straight now.
It's okay.
If anything, even if it goes into here, you're going to spill
True.
this way.
Well, we can go through here.
And then you open up this.
All right. Wait. It's either that but if we go right here, everything's under control, and we have you have a shot, and they can't guard both sides. And you'll have a shot on both sides to get something in.
That's true.
That's kind of where I'm leaning, but because if we open that up at all, like let's say we make that double heel, then they come right here, and we're in some trouble.
Then we're.
I just like right here.
So Geving, I believe, favored the run here, Mike.
Yep.
Violet has settled on the in-turn draw. That rock is over-buried, though. He's really got to carve it in there.
I think I got a 14-2 on
What would
that.
you like here, Mike?
I just,
I think I like Luke's call.
So I think it's my 4-0.
I like what he pointed out, that if they
Just
the
outside
double
edge.
peel and Anderson Clausen come in and corner freeze on the red, unless Eileen makes a real good one, they're going to give up 4 here and give their whole lead back.
Okay. Heave a bit.
They
Yep.
could.
Yep. Gotta go.
I didn't mind the run back, though. There are a few good options with it. This shot, I think, is really tough. Hunter just made it, of course, but I don't know if this is going to curl up enough.
I think it's really tough. I think it's...
Can he carve it over enough? That's the question. He's thinking...
That's good.
Well, his logic there is even that is at least making the
really
multiple harder.
I don't think so. I think we're tapping. Do you like the tap? Or tapping this one. It is. Yeah, well, we're playing just back 8 weight, and we can tap it on the inside, on the nose, or we can tap it high, and then the shooter will be in a pretty good spot.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
You have to navigate, like, if we just keep it close to
I kind of like nose the best.
Yeah, off the red is ideal.
Going out on a limb here, Mike, and saying that sometimes mixed doubles houses look like Thursday
Yeah, I mean, like, if
night
we
league
miss,
houses.
it's kind of bad. If I get on the nose, it's pretty good.
That is a...
I threw that hack on this side. I think it'll curl the same, similar to that.
if that was a painting, I'd buy it.
Yeah. I'm hesitant to say that
found
this
a
shot that
giant
they're calling is
feather.
not there.
Yeah.
The rock is probably...
On their side.
We talked about
Maybe-
raising their
Not a ton of ice.
raising their stone in
Just a
there.
touch more weight for back 8 in this line.
Yeah, I think he's calling back 8 and wants to chisel off the one that Luke just threw.
Problem is it's higher.
Yeah,
Yes.
I just
Quite high in the
I don't,
rings.
I don't think that they almost have to go through this guard to make this shot.
Yes.
I think the only risk with that raise would have been that you open it up for a double.
Whoa. Yes.
Oh, he was trying the raise maybe.
I don't
But we don't know what he was trying.
I don't know. I think they were
sitting just nose.
calling back 8. I think
So,
they were trying to hit and
this is in
chisel
play.
off.
I think it runs pretty straight-ish this way. But you can throw inside out too.
I like the internal.
It's better to hit it on this high.
Right.
Well, not
This looks
quite.
like an
You wanna hit
automatic
it nose.
double, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't line up. Feels like you hit it nose.
Lines up.
Ideally, you could even hit it just inside.
I like intern peel.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Peel.
awfully close to clipping the back. I think it probably
Yeah,
does,
right on nose.
But we'll find out. I hope we find out, just because I'd like to see it.
I think it'll curl.
Not because I'm favoring one team or another. I'd just like to see
Yeah,
it.
right
I
on.
can see good shots made are always fun to see good shots made.
I think it clips it, though.
Yep.
I think if you hit it nose, it definitely
I do
takes
too.
the yellow, but we'll see here.
On it a little.
Whatever the case, probably feeling pretty good if they only give up 2 here. They might have a chance for a big end again. Eileen
Big
Geving,
ender.
her last shot. 4th end. They're already up 4-0.
Oh,
Oh,
That was dirty.
and Luke with a little apology there. They talked about how that rock was in play. Luke turned to Hunter and said it was dirty, which it was.
That was dirty pool.
Yeah, pretty straight, huh?
There's a good lesson there, too, for rec curlers. Always good to do that, even in rec league, to apologize.
I 100% agree. I dislike a dirty shot there and somebody turns around and kind of half chuckles.
Is that what they do, Mike? They go,
They do.
That's it, is it?
That's how I hear it.
I don't mind the as much as the good shot. Great shot when it wasn't what was called. That's what I resent more. We need to get past that, though. Grow up and enjoy the game, Mike, you and I.
Yeah.
Here we go, Taylor Anderson. She's drawing against 3. Safe to say, I think, kind of game on the line here. Last rock, 4th end. They're already down
Really
4-0.
close,
She needs full 4-foot. Clausen's on it early. Anderson jumps up to join her.
Nice to wait.
I think it's close. It's got some curling to do, but they could use that red. Looks really close. Well done. Right on the lid.
That is a peach.
Great shot by Taylor Anderson. A lot of pressure on her there. So that makes the score 4-1 at the break. Geving Violet with a 4-1 lead after the 4th end. We'll be back with the 5th end after this. Let's say you're in high school and there's a sport you like, but sometimes you think, you know, it might be cool to try a new sport. The stones are just as heavy, the sheet of ice just as long, and there are no sweepers to save a shot. Is it hard? Yeah, it's really hard. And it's hard to be really good. This team is. All right, we'll come back to the action here in the fifth end. Big congratulations to our Paralympic team, wheelchair curling team, Team USA over in Beijing. They finished 5-5, just missed the playoff round, but a fine effort, a fine showing by that team. They sort of clawed their way back through this last quad. They had to go out of the Worlds for a bit, made their way back in, qualified for the Olympics. Fun team to watch, great group of people, and well done by them. So kudos to our para-athletes.
For sure. I think did they have a skip change?
They may have switched Matt Toombs and Steve Empt, I think, at some point, or at least switched who was throwing last rock. I think Matt Toombs is from Wisconsin, isn't he?
I think it's from Wausau area.
And Steve Empt is from back in the East Coast, Connecticut area,
I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Got some scores to update you. We're at the break across the sheets here. Fifth end, heading in the fifth end, Kim Rhyme and Jason Smith. They're up 4-2 on Sydney Mullaney and Chase Sinnott. Sheet B, Strauss and Casper 7-3 over O'Hara Hurston as O'Hara Thurston try to claw their way back into that.
Are we tapping?
Our game. Then Moores Wheeler trailing McMakin Fenson 3-2. Schweitzer and Hegberg, that's back knotted up. It was 4-1. Now it's 4-4 over there. They've traded threes in the last two ends. We didn't even have to get them right on the scoreboard. It just worked out.
Attaboy. We got two different colors on that sheet, though.
Little
That's
bump's
good.
okay.
So here we go, getting things underway. Taylor Anderson a touch heavy on hers.
Not even gonna say it.
Pushes. We're not going to talk about the mop. Pushes the red stone to the back.
I think it's bumping.
Eileen Geving.
Oh, it's good.
Mine's good.
Back 4.
Violet thinks it's back 4.
Back 8.
Now back 8.
Little straight.
Back 8.
Whoa.
Now do they need to make it curl?
Curl, yeah.
Luke Violet tries to carve that over.
Oh, I was wrong.
A little heavier than he imagined, and they wanted to get closer to nose there than they did.
You like just draw on top 4?
Hunter Clausen will try this in-turn draw to the top of the forefoot. Bite the button.
Okay. Sorry. Here we go. Just get some separation between ours. I got you.
All the way, Hunter. Hard straight.
Clausen's working it hard to get it by. Now Now he's going for line and weight. It looks like it's going to settle into the 12-foot.
Yeah, I didn't.
Just tuck it around, yeah. Tuck
What do you want in there?
I like
That's
an
still on
05.
top of the house. I can probably work with that later on.
Edge.
I need to.
Violet, however, with an opportunity here to sink one around those guards.
Okay. Felt a
2
little
guard
left.
plus a guard in the 12-foot, essentially.
Lions get a little room right now.
Yeah,
I'll take it. I think it's going to be okay. We just want,
You might need to go a little.
we want to grind.
This rock looks like it might have some slowing to do.
4-3, so.
Got a long way to curl, too. They work it over a little bit. They're certainly not flirting with that center line guard.
Around a little bit.
Put it up in a nice spot.
Good results.
They could probably throw board at this. And
I was thinking just back.
they're both
back
going.
8.
Back 8, though.
Back 8, they're thinking they don't have to remove those. They just need to rearrange. Clausen, this is his second of the 5th end. He'll have one more.
Felt like Max. Close for line.
Back.
Whoa. Close. Yes. Yes.
Tight for line now. Can they get it by?
Hard.
By the high guard. Can they get by the one in the 12-foot? And they don't. Left it just maybe a fraction too long, Mike.
Yeah.
Just draw again, right?
I mean, with one sweeper and with the rocks as
That was a
aggressive as they
95
are,
you
when those
said, right?
things take off, it's hard
Okay.
to save them.
Now, when we talk about aggressive rocks, it's not that they're mean-spirited. They just curl quite a bit. They're aggressively textured. Violet can really lock one in here and make things problematic
Oh, you're
for
good, you're good.
Anderson and Clausen.
It looks pretty good. Have you, actually, we'll be patient.
Yeah, we're there. We're there.
That's nuts.
Luke describing this one as nuts.
14.
It's not curling the way he'd like it to.
Yep, straight. Straight.
Well, now they're going to settle right into that pocket. That's a good result. This is Hunter Clausen said they'd be a second half team, Mike. We'll see if he can start that right here.
Yeah.
See what he,
I
see
don't
what he
think
thinks.
this one doesn't go. And we tap it here. Then they just gonna hit this though.
Considering that a tap on that rock in the 12-foot,
No, we
you
need
can see.
misses no matter what.
As Hunter suggested, they need some misses no matter what they do here.
Yeah.
They're in the glue again.
Haven't thrown this out and going this way the whole game, I don't think. Anybody.
I think like
You threw this, I threw this in practice.
more than edge.
Yeah.
Clausen and Anderson
Back 8, back
trying
12,
to
back
talk
8.
through the paths on this one.
They're going to. Did I hear they're going to try the out turn?
I think they've settled on this out-turn tap into that pocket.
Okay.
Not 100% sure, but I think that's what they've settled on.
All right. So that'd be a lot of curling to do, and
I mean, they have room in there. They
need
could.
to get over curl the guard.
Whoa.
It's definitely
Close.
tap weight, it looks like.
No.
They can put
curl.
it right into that pocket. This needs to curl now. That
Curl.
looks like a little more weight than he might have planned on.
Hard
It's
curl.
close now, though. Close.
Hard.
Might have actually
Great shot.
curled it, but it's good.
I think we want to get inside. I can make just a straight tap.
Yeah.
Yep, and even if we just move it around a little bit. So
Nice
I
rock by Hunter Clausen there.
Back line.
Yep.
Probably, I want you to hold actually. I think it's not going to curl a ton. I think it's just right here.
No shortage of communication from Luke Violet when he's playing mixed doubles.
No. No, certainly not.
I actually like the way these two work together, but there is a
Yeah,
lot
if
of
we can get
conversation.
the yellow clean, that's best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of the teams are pretty good at their communication out here.
Luke
Obvious-
Violet, his last stone of the 5th end. His partner, Eileen Geving, will have the last stone in the end. Anderson Clausen currently lying
Little
one.
heavy. Little heavy.
Wait, Wait for it then. Close. Yep.
Now it's starting to move.
Hard. Yep. Whoa, whoa.
Great shot. Moves it far enough to lie 3.
That's a good shot. Draw right here.
I'm not sure if he said that to Luke or if he just said that under his breath.
Just
and
loop one. You know, you don't even need to hair the
exasperated
guard.
that they are looking at 3 more rocks.
You like that?
So Taylor Anderson will take on yet another nervy draw with her lash. She's trying to sort of draw with the outurn to the side of the lid.
We can tap that yellow straight back if that's easier too.
I think the draw is probably easier than the tap, but they're both difficult.
I think if she comes down to her own.
Good middle, a little more than middle.
If she can get inside on her own, she'll at least.
Probably. It'll be close for
Three
shot.
quarters, I think is great. Actually, I think 3/4 because we were fight.
One thing, it's not a shot that looks good from the hack.
No, not at all.
Taylor Anderson, last shot for her team here in the 5th end. They're trailing 4-1, and she's facing 3.
Good weight. Heavy, a little heavy. Little heavy. Weight's getting better.
Clausen worried it's heavy. He's going to try to work it over. He's got a long way to go, though. He doesn't like it. And that is going to be a draw for 4 for Eileen Geving and Luke Violette. They'll try to throw it.
So let's see.
Eileen's
I don't
trying
think
to
you can
figure
get
out
shot
if she
here.
can draw to her own.
We're very, very, very happy with 3. This.
I mean,
probably, but
this. I don't
yeah.
think we can hurt ourselves with that, anyways.
Well, if you over curl and bump it,
right.
is it?
I
But it
guess
would just be
That'd be like so far.
just a natural draw to right here.
Yep.
That's the shot.
So they're line
I'm just
3.
gonna keep looking for a sec, but that's it.
They're looking for maybe an easier way to get 4, but they've settled on the same shot that Taylor Anderson just tried. So
hers hung mostly because of weight. I got
Right.
a 13-1.
She looked like she was edge of 12.
Yep. I think that's pretty good. Even take a little more.
Hair more.
Hair
There's
more,
the
and I think
discussion
it's
between
0 to
Luke and Eileen. Hers, Taylor Anderson's rock ran straight, but Luke convinced that was mainly because of weight. I think we'd agree, Mike.
Yeah, definitely
94.
Pretty far.
Eileen
more
Geving,
than it needed.
draw for 4. Already lying 3, looking to cash an even bigger check with this one.
Curl a lot.
Boy, that's
Yep,
way
I see
out
it.
there.
Oh my gosh, it's like falling.
It looks
Light.
like it's going to hit the foam. Unless it comes off the mountain here. At least Taylor Anderson knows that's a really tough
Pretty
shot.
Great weight.
So that is 3 for Violette and Geving. They'll take a 7-1 lead into the 6th end. We'll be right back with more action from the 2022 USA Curling Mixed Doubles Nationals. We're back here, 6th end action. Geving Violette are up 7-1, and a power play is in place for Anderson and Clausen. Power play each team, once per game. They have one end when they have last rock, when you can place a corner guard instead of the guard in the center line, and your own stone behind it, half in the 8-foot, half in the 12-foot, just on the tee line. Mike, we haven't seen this used super effectively so far in this event, Mike.
No.
I think you're light.
See, I don't think I've made this All right, I don't think I've seen this tapping the
Back
corner
line.
into the button area
Easy back line.
made yet.
That said, I saw this made a lot at the mixed doubles trials in Evelyn very effectively. And this looks like, just as you say that, it's about perfect.
What do I know?
Great shot.
There you go, Eileen Geving with a good one. Pushes her stone in, moves the guard slightly.
Opens it up a little.
Now you can aim probably close to center line,
Enough
right?
to take it out once they need to. Once they can, yes.
So we're going to have a look in over on sheet C. I'm afraid those teams aren't wearing microphones, but we can watch the action over there. We won't be able to hear anything. The score isn't updated. The last end, Weldon Franey scored 4. So Schweitzer and Hagberg, it's 8-4 now. Weldon Franey.
How's the line?
Schweitzer and Hagberg have put the power play in action on their sheet as well. So we'll look in on both here. Upper left, lower right, Mike.
Great shot, Tay. Really good.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, top 12, top 8.
In our featured
Tight, fine,
matchup,
too.
looks like Luke Violette will
What
try
turn?
to cap this.
I don't like either of them. I like the out.
Luke Violette not thrilled with either turn here,
the out.
apparently.
And I'll take just about edge.
I think after
With
struggling
quick.
early, Violette's
I
been
think
playing well
Luke's-
these last few
I
rounds.
think that was a bit of tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah.
Big smile on his face. I think he's feeling pretty loose up 6 here with 3 ends to play.
Line's a little wide, so it could be into bad stuff. You'll be by the guard. Yeah, you need to curl, you're by. Weight's more important, it looks all there. Corner freeze ours. Just lock, yep, hard,
Gonna
hard,
corner
hard,
on his own
hard,
stone
hard.
here.
And if it hangs, we'll roll to the corner.
I love that. What kind of weighting do you do?
I was thinking board.
I like that.
Board here.
The other option is just to loop the reds.
What?
The other option is to loop the reds.
Right now they're lined up.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, beak. A little high in those. Board. Don't need a ton of ice.
Lots of action on the screen here. Hunter gonna throw board at this. Be mildly concerned that the red is gonna go into his yellows.
That's why Luke wanted to be on the corner of it.
Yeah.
That's a good shot,
That's a nice
though.
shot.
When you're down 7-1, you have to play a few shots ahead all the time.
A little, probably about.
Power play
third,
developing over Schweitzer,
guard's
Hagberg,
okay.
Weldon Franey.
but not great.
This could be a
Instead
good
of that, I'm gonna
shot.
try to run
They
something.
do
I
want to
don't
make
like
sure
that.
that red
I
might
can
still
see
be
enough.
accessible.
Yeah, you're right. Lots of options. So take plenty of ice. I think it's like 11-5.
So it looks as though Schweitzer, Hagberg, lower right, they're lying
It's gonna
at
curl a lot.
1, possibly 2. I think maybe possibly
close.
2.
It's close for a second count.
And Weldon, Sean Franey is going to take on the hit on the stone that's
I think he's trying to play the
half
cross
into
house
12
double
foot.
here.
I like it.
And certainly throw it hard. Seen him play a little.
likes to throw it hard, I think. Here it comes.
0-2.
Sean Franey trying the big crosshouse double on her lower right. Luke Sullivan
Weight's really
playing
nice.
a quiet hit.
Still Luke Violette.
11.
Violette.
Regardless of how many times we want it to be Luke Sullivan.
Only twice so far. Only twice. Good thing I'm on good terms with Luke.
Good call.
I had him as my broadcast partner at the men's and women's trials in Omaha for some time. Didn't screw it up the whole week. I just need him in the same room.
Guess so.
We can just
Was
loop
also
one here,
distracted
maybe,
by the attempt at that double. Sort of
it doesn't drag enough.
ran onto his own, but left his
Right,
own in a good spot.
here.
Sean
Yeah.
Franey did.
Like we can show a sliver on the outside. It's just tough to get here. That's my bigger issue.
We'll draw this way, but I'm nervous if we leave it right here.
Yeah, I don't love that. And the other thing, we just bury one back here maybe.
Let's do that.
You threw up the center line, like right between the hacks, or
Center line, yeah.
Anderson Clausen trying to bury another one, maybe like 2, 3, and 4.
I think that Schweitzer, Hagberg, Weldon Franey game is a seaside game, so
Like, hit the one you just threw and roll under the corner.
an important game.
Yeah,
Stay in the tournament here.
then he has an open
Best
one.
thing about a triple knockout format, every
I think
game
the other thing
matters,
is
and
every
they
game
matter
matters.
especially
Red
when you're in the
dice through,
sea.
Speed is nice.
And if you lose, you're done.
Yeah, it's like 2 feet slower than Charlie Button. Would you agree, or do you think it's normal? Okay. I'm gonna throw
Hunter talking about this
back.
track down the middle that doesn't get much action during the mixed doubles games, and wondering if it's going to be a little slower.
I would say yes. Has been all week.
In-turn draw to the wing, and there's a timeout in the game between Schweitzer, Hagberg, and Weldon Franey.
Used to be a technical timeout of some sort.
It's heavy, Hunter.
Do we need it?
Probably a problem with a sensor handle.
Whoa, we're by. We're by. Finish it.
It's heavy.
Bleeding?
Finish it.
Nope.
We'll get Mike McDermott to give
Great
us a
Nice
first
job,
aid
Shay.
update. He's concerned there might be blood in the,
Sorry.
in the ice.
Scoreboard can give up 3, and it's okay.
Just
I mean, I like the
looking at
same
his
shot a
finger.
lot. They're going to have 2 rocks to move. And then same, is that the spot?
Yep.
Okay, 11-5 this time. Yeah, top one is a lot better. But we got the back again.
Yeah.
It'll be the exact same.
So Luke Violette will try to play the quiet hit on the stone belonging to Anderson Clausen in the top of the 12-foot. Like to roll into lie 2. Got bandages in place, perhaps, over on sheet C. Here goes Violette.
11-5.
I'm trying to see what happened over there. I don't know.
You keep an eye on that, Mike, and I'll watch Luke's shot here.
Sounds great. Let's do that.
Looks like he's trying to carve this over. What he doesn't want to do is just tickle that one. Gonna play in the back. When he talked about that if if they missed the high one, they could remove the back stone.
Blake keeps looking at his finger. Something happened to it.
Shoot.
Dropped the rock on it when he cleaned it, or not sure what happened over there. Keeps looking at his finger. I wonder if that had something to do with his release, or
Only if we hit.
Sometimes I do that after my intern just dumps.
I know.
yeah.
Yeah, I blame my fingers.
Blame your finger.
All right, here we go. Let's listen in to Hunter and Taylor Anderson.
She might have a hard time.
Let me place it here.
Try to make it slightly nicer. You okay with this, Tay?
Yeah, I'm stuck with the tricky doubles.
I agree. Okay, play.
Yeah, I'll throw it.
Get 3 here.
So Geving
Our play
Violette,
is
lying 1. I think they're going to have Hunter
I
Clausen
guess how
hit
good is 3 here?
in lie 3.
We're down by 6.
Yeah.
Clausen doing
I
a
think
bit more
it's a good chance
calculus
to
as
go
he
for it.
sits
I
in
know
the
you'll make
hack.
a good double, Tay.
I almost.
You can bury it better.
Oh, I might just be burying.
Yeah.
They're just going to replace
I
that
don't
one.
think you hit there because it basically sets up a double. I almost kind of like the Mark Dacey-esque round to the back 8 there, maybe behind the yellow-red combination.
Behind the stagger.
Yeah.
Look, Hunter. It's okay.
This is equally useful.
Mark Dacey, for people who don't know, a curler out of Nova Scotia in Canada.
Throw, Hunter.
3s gets dicey.
Mike McDermott going deep for that one.
Old school, Dean.
Yeah.
I don't mind it except for no one's thrown a rock over there, and that's a guess. I think.
Like you'd almost have to go wide
Say it's
Yeah.
the
to here.
And that's,
I don't know.
I mean, if you
Might
like
argue
it, that's
it's
a
an
guess, but
NC
we can leave
State-like,
this thin double.
upset in that
The
game.
thing about this, I mean, as long as you're full
Over
12,
5 slam
like,
jamma.
and you're, so the worst thing you want to do,
We've lost an entire
actually, I don't think there's
demographic.
any way they can get a
I'm
double.
Entire
sorry.
demographic
If
under
place one
12,
here, even,
under
it should always
30 has
jam
no
in
idea
there.
what we're talking
And
about.
if you're back here,
Violet and
play
Gevin,
the box
meanwhile,
rules, they're
they have no
shooting, so
interest in the
it's
80s,
No.
Mike. What they're looking at
So I think
is
you want
Trying
to
to
go like
eliminate
right.
some yellows here.
they're either
this
going to
is
eliminate.
fine.
They discuss drawing to
You
lie
just don't
2.
want to be right. That's still fine.
Yeah.
Anywhere in that range. 1/4 foot.
I think if they can lie 2 or even first and third, they'll be in pretty good shape here.
So I'll take a hair more ice.
Yeah, 14.
Bit
foot, and they're
uncomfortable here,
gliding.
though.
Pretty
Like
good.
Miss
They could've-
here, and suddenly 4's in play for
I know, I don't
Anderson
like more right.
Clausen.
It is a lonely red right now.
Coming to that top.
Meanwhile,
Yeah, I
lower
like the
right,
same idea.
that looks like Weldon
they were
Franey
sweeping
have
the
a hit
curl
to
over.
lie
That's
3.
true.
Yeah, I like edge of button.
You think mine will run the same?
Schweitzer
do.
Hagberg have last
And
rock
then, so
there,
we're
but there's
looking
another
at a,
power play that didn't work out particularly well.
Only one bullet left for those, for the yellow.
This close.
I think it's a little heavy. It's good.
Violet has heavy out of hand, but now he's off it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Running a little bit. Now, are they going to try to chisel off that yellow?
Hard, yep.
They're going to need a piece or else this rock's in trouble. So they got. They're looking at it to see if they think it's okay. See what Anderson Clausen think of these angles.
Touch this one first and chip it through the hole. But like, if you hit this 3 first, hey, at anywhere high, we're gonna get 3.
Last rock on sheet C, that's the lower right there. That's Emily Schweitzer.
You like that?
She's trying to hit and stick against 3. 3 red stones belong to Weldon Franey in the rings.
Okay, but out turn her in.
So tough shot here for Taylor Anderson, but it might be there. She's trying to.
I think Hunter sees it that they're probably going to get 3, and they could. Oh.
That's a miss over there on sheet C, so that'll make that score 11-4 now in favor of Weldon Franey, and we'll see handshakes after 6 ends. Let's see what Taylor Anderson can manufacture here. Not easy. Could be a big one, though.
Yes!
Last shot.
Hard!
6th end, they're trailing 7-1.
Yes!
Close.
Hard
Hunter likes it.
Oh, for 3,
For
I
3.
think. Well done
Nice
by
shot.
Taylor Anderson. That's 3. So that makes the score 7-4.
Great shot, Ted. Really good.
Well done by Taylor Anderson. She made a clutch draw against 3. Missed 1 draw facing 3, but that was awfully tough. Makes that to get 3, and now it's 7-4. The score in the back there behind the sheet is wrong. We'll get that corrected. And we'll be right back after a quick break.
It's the way a sunrise reflects off the shoreline, that friendly hello from a new friend in a downtown shop, and the crisp taste of a pint of beer that's been crafted to perfection. It's the middle things that count. Middleton, Wisconsin. It's the middle things.
All right, we're back here at the 2022 USA Curling Mixed Doubles Nationals.
We promised the score up on the screen is correct.
Yeah, there's some arithmetic problems down on the ice level.
God bless volunteers, but
yeah, we do have a great group of volunteers.
Math may not be their strongest suit.
Well, they're doing 4 draws a day, and they might just get tired. I'm calling Luke Violette, Luke Sullivan twice in this game, so we'll cut them a little break on the math. It's 7-4 in favor of Geving Violette.
How'd it feel?
This is Taylor Anderson.
What?
And there's a power play in place. Geving Violette now using their power play. First one we've seen all game.
Couple of pedestrians on this one.
Hunter Clausen wasn't really with that one. He sort of casually wandered up there. I'm not sure what happened. It will settle in.
I believe her hitter asked Taylor, how is that one? She said fast, and they both watched it go the rest of the way down the sheet.
That said, that was an efficient use of the power play by Anderson and Clausen, scoring 3 with it. Even had a slight chance to get more, 4.
I think one of the best I've seen this week.
And that happened even though Eileen Geving made the shot they wanted to, that tick on her first one.
Mm-hmm.
Geving's going to draw to the open side here. They'd like to be tee or better here.
This is just kind of a defensive power play here, Dean. Do you agree?
Yeah, Geving Violette's 7th end. They're up by 3. They'll be happy just to score 1 here.
Yeah.
Score 1, they should win the game, even though we have seen 5s and even a 6 this week. I don't think we've seen a 5 or 6 against Eileen Geving and Luke Violette, though.
Don't believe so.
Hunter Clausen with the just off center line guard. And is that cowbells?
I think we peel it.
I don't know if that
With
rock
the-
was
I like
quite
the
worthy of
outturn as
cowbells,
well.
but they're
I don't know,
back.
you see what the, I'll at least talk.
Violet comes down. Oh, we found the cowbell culprit.
We're being accosted by cowbells here in the booth.
Wayne
Scoring
Anderson.
2 is a tangible difference for us, but other than that, like posting a point's pretty good. I'm tempted to just peel that.
Dean.
I think it's easier this way.
Got a prescription.
It's easier this way.
You got a fever. The only prescription. Oh, a cowbell.
All right, so Luke Violet will play this peel. I think he's hoping he might get some action on both. Violet, this is his first in the 7th end. In-turn peel. He's hit it thin for 2, he's close. Not quite thin enough. He was happy with just peeling 1. In fact, he might have been happier. It would have been pretty easy to spin that one into the rings in some unfortunate way. Clausen.
Both teams fine on time. It seemed like Hunter was really eager to get out of the blocks on that one.
Curl it over.
I think that might just be Hunter's
knows what he wanted to call.
Playing dynamic.
Yep.
He'll replace that center line guard. That's Wayne Anderson, father of Taylor Anderson, just below us here with the cowbell. Apparently he was just saving it for guards.
Trying to get the Anderson-Clausen team just
getting them
coming off the 3, just getting them
fired up
going. Yep.
So the one thing Luke Violet has to be aware of here is not to jam this one in the back. Wouldn't be the end of the world, but he'd rather not. Traditional curling, that's why you often see teams stack rocks on one side so they have room to peel.
Run.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Well, he'll be pretty happy with that. That rock wasn't doing them any favors back there. And as Mike pointed out, this is a defensive power play as much as anything. So, Clausen out of the hack already.
Nice.
Just going to keep replacing that guard.
Clausen is starting to play like he has a plane to catch, but
if they keep putting this guard up, they're got the potential to steal 1 here.
Yeah, they certainly do.
Maybe make a hit and roll on their last and sit 2 or 3, roll out.
Guarding shot rock. Violet and Geving will look at it, see if they think they can dig it out of there.
If you ever miss it, they go here. Yeah. You'll just have a hit and roll here.
Yep.
I think they've elected to peel again.
Yeah, I mean, I could make the in-turn dig, but then we're behind
so both
T.
of these teams have 1 loss.
You can give me a little less ice this time. I'll throw it differently.
Loser of this is not eliminated, but probably has a tougher, longer road in the C bracket. Did I tell you how much I like knockout draws, Mike?
You did mention that. Yeah. I think if you've curled long enough, it's hard not to like knockout draws. Every game means something.
One reason we use pool play maybe more than a lot of us would like is a knockout like this, a triple knockout, actually ends up being more games. So if you're trying to fit them into a club setting, it can be more difficult.
Yeah, I think it's twofold. It's more games. Pool play, you know who is playing and when. You know, with the bracket, you can drop and play multiple games back to back.
You can plan your socializing.
Absolutely. I think it's good, even for a national event like this, you can market your games. You know, you can say the Hamiltons are always going to play at these times, or...
Yeah, the Hamiltons will always play in the evenings here in Madison.
Exactly. But, you know, if
so what you're saying, Mike, is there's arguments for both.
There are arguments for both, I would say yes.
Looks like Taylor Anderson is just going to hit the shot stone and lie 2. That will leave Eileen Geving with that's a good shot.
Yeah.
Ain't it taken?
Edge of rock.
Okay.
So not a lot of room for error here now for Eileen Geving. She needs to hit and stick right there. She can't hit the high stone, she won't be shot, so she needs to hit this one that's in the Just behind the tee line
Nice
in the
and smooth
4 foot,
here.
the Yellowstone on the right as we look at it. And roll slightly to her left.
You think, Dean? Hunter and Taylor play this one back? You get a point here, or are they?
Down 8-4, I'm not sure they will. They certainly will if it's 7-5.
10.
Throwing the out turn.
Oh, right off. Curl it.
Right off, and now the blade's out. Luke Violet trying to carve this over.
Oh,
there you go. So
there it is.
Count that as 7-5, and another power play gone awry. Wayne Anderson thrilled with his cowbell work. That's the end of 7. We'll be back with the 8th, possibly final end in a game that's been awfully entertaining.
So that was a real question mark.
The show's starting.
Come on, just trust me.
Oh, trust you, like with the dollar oysters.
I don't think those were oysters.
You survived, so...
Wait, we can't go that way. Watch this. They'll think we're VIP.
Wow, he does think we're VIP. And backstage. Trust me now?
I never doubted you. I did for a second, but it's gone now. I trust you.
The all-new Sienna. Toyota. Let's go places.
All right, we're back, 8th end, 7-5. At one point it was 7-1, but Clausen and Anderson, they scored 3 and then stole 1 in 7 to make the score 7-5.
We're there.
So some life.
Little bump.
And a bit of a gut check here for Violet and Geving.
Hard, Hunter.
Taylor Anderson with her first stone just by the guard. Now can they hold the line?
Hey, great shot.
Rolls slightly, but does create some room around that button. Eileen Geving hit and rolled out on her last. We'll try to regroup here with her first one in 8.
That's close. Line's good.
Anderson Clausen will have to steal the win here.
Gotta go.
Certainly doable in mixed doubles.
Yes, a lot more likely scenario to steal 2 in mixed doubles than it is in the traditional game at the elite levels.
All the way.
Geving's by that guard, trying to get in there to be shot.
Really.
Might be just shy of being shot.
Gets second count, but it's a good spot. Top of the rings in the control zone area.
It's in a good spot, especially when they can afford to give up 1. Clausen, his out turn.
Hey, good line.
Line's good. Straight.
Gotta go weight.
Always straight.
Hunter Clausen going for weight and line.
Hard, Hunter. Hard.
Looks like that's going to come up short.
Leave it.
Taylor Anderson encouraging him, but Hunter knew where it was ending up.
Jam's the back, you read, that's fine. Right here.
Luke Violet will go to work on these 2 guards, looking for a double peel. Mike, you know, Earl Morris always says in regular curling, double peels win games.
Double peels do win games.
And that could be the case here. Makes a double peel here, it gets awfully tough. The arithmetic gets really difficult for Clausen and Anderson.
Proud of you for getting Earl Morris's name right.
I don't have another one to mix it up with. No.
Jack Morris, John Morris.
I guess there are options
There's a
there.
few.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Ooh. Too thin.
Okay.
So the guard remains.
Still got rid of the right one. Correct one, I guess.
He did.
Opens
Correct
up his
stone
red.
on the left side. And now I think Hunter will try this out turn draw.
Yeah, you like
guard?
just looping it?
Yeah.
Same line then, huh?
Yeah.
8 feet more weight.
What did you say? Many feet more weight? 8 feet. Yeah.
Oh, many is probably not inaccurate.
early
He
for
was
line.
quite short.
He was quite short on the last one.
Define many,
Yes.
I think, is the question.
Yes, line. Hard line.
Now
Whoa.
Taylor Anderson working this hard
You're
for
on it, Jay.
line.
Whoa.
It's on the guard.
Yes.
Now Luke Violette will size up another peel, I imagine.
I'm not too sure which one's hurting us more. That's what I'm thinking. But the problem is then maybe they can make that shot and roll under. Oh, that's tough. Okay, we peel this out, then they sink one there, and then you still have a half rock. Do you want to call it now?
I mean,
no.
I think it's just
Let's play this. Yep.
So
Well, less ice.
after some debate, Mike, they've settled on peeling the rock in the 12-foot.
Contemplated the timeout there, which I think would have been as good a time to use it as any.
Well, the only thing is, you might want to. They have a minute 33 left. Luke has one more after this, and he'd love to have a little extra time. If Eileen has to make one on her last, call a timeout to stop it. Violet, great peel. This is like just practice at the Seattle Granite Club, I think, where Luke grew up curling. Peel made.
It's mine. The other option is just to guard the red. Okay. Okay. Eileen? Great. Tons of time. I was making sure we had a full minute and a half.
Hunter asking Eileen Geving to just move slightly so he could see the clock. It's something we often hear players do.
Anything I should play here.
Yellow still shot in the back here. Anderson, Clausen still.
We'll quickly run through the scores as Hunter Clausen settles into the hack. Kim Rhyme, they're up 6-5 playing the 8th against Sidney Mulaney and Chase Sinnott. Strauss Casper, that's 7-7. They're down to, I think, last shot over there, last 2 shots. Our game. Then McMakin Fenson, they're up 5-2 on Moores and Wheeler. We just saw Christine McMakin make a great shot on her last in 7. Weldon Franey, that game's over, 11-4 over Schweitzer Hegberg. Back here to Hunter Clausen.
I don't think that Moore's Wheeler
Gotta go,
Fenson
gotta go.
score was correct. But
Gotta go everything.
either way.
I got you.
Mine's okay. Whoa.
Weight's okay.
I thought I saw 7-4 down there and 5-2 on the.
We'll try to update that.
Stop.
Meanwhile, Clausen, is this a little strong? Settles
1-2.
in. Now Luke Violette is going to call for the timeout.
Well, if we ever punch it through the hole, then they go here, and we're probably picking this to give up 2. I could just nose it, and then they got to make another good one, and then we have to slash for contact again. We could try to draw here.
The draw here I like actually.
Yeah. What? Speak your mind.
Because let's say if we feel this and they sink one here, that's really hard.
If we're ever short on the draw, it's really, really bad. Let's not draw.
Okay.
Let's not draw.
This.
We could just tap it, but if we ever stagger it, well, all we got to do is move it.
But you can wire it up to either one of them. You just.
Yeah.
If you make some tap, we keep our shooter in a spot that we can use it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We always have the shooter there. It's really mostly about line, but even if you just move it a foot.
The other thing is I just threw this to the line a bunch of times in a row. All I got to do is nose it.
You're feeling it.
I think that's what I'm feeling. Let's throw let's just throw an 8-5 though.
You can always play it early too if you're,
And then we got even curl, so.
8-5, I like that ice. Yep.
So Mike, after discussing
Right on
a
nose.
tap, a draw, they've settled on this short run back.
Yeah, he had a lot of shots rattling around in his head there. I think he had to settle on one.
I think he makes this. It's pretty tough for.
Yeah, I like his reasoning here. He's thrown it a bunch of times this end. It is a short run back. If it hangs high, gets the other yellow.
What he's worried about is just putting it through that hole, of course. But dead nose, pretty good. Like to save his shooter as well. Throwing a little quieter than his peels. Curling. Curling hard. Can he hold it? He does. And saves a shooter.
Right.
On the side.
Anywhere in here.
That said, with a draw now.
I threw mine slightly soft. I think you throw edge, we can finish it perfect.
We've got a guard up there if they can get one side 4-foot here.
Yeah, you can see the guard there. If they put one behind that guard, really Eileen Geving will have to be drawing against the tie.
Okay.
Unless she wants to try something, a slash of sorts, but that's not going to be easy. So, certainly an opportunity here for Clausen and Anderson to tie this up. Sink one behind the guard. Make your opponent draw against the tie. It's always easier than against the loss. Anderson Clausen called a timeout here just to make sure Taylor has enough time to settle in there.
I got there. Weight's getting better.
Hunter right off of this.
It's got some curling to do.
Heavy.
It definitely has some curling to do. I think even if it slows down, Eileen Geving will have some sort of hit here. Unless it just freezes in there.
Great.
Dead freeze.
Really good.
It is 1-2.
But if you like the draw, play the
1-2, but if you hit it,
should be wide.
You can nose it and still
quite wide open.
No. You'd have to pick it out a little bit. So you got 1:07. So you either draw or you play this.
Agree with Luke here.
You can play that.
Eileen thinks.
Center line. Where you like.
Right there?
Yep, they were. Do you like playing to pick?
I do.
Let's do it.
She doesn't even have to pick it clean. Should go far enough, I think, to make that other red counter. Make that other red second shot. Although if you hit it dead nose, maybe not. Settled on the pick. Over on sheet B, Delaney Strauss is throwing her last rock. They were up 7-1. That game's 7-7 now, playing the 8th. She's trying to draw the button here for one. You could hear that. I think that was for the win. They squeak out, I think, an 8-7 win. Sullivan's to Violet's on it hard. That guard is coming up hard quickly. Oh, and it rubs. No. That's two for Anderson Clausen, and we'll head to an extra end.
Oh.
Just got it going a little bit. Violet couldn't hold it. Now it's 7-7. This game was 7-1 at one point. We'll be back with the extra end in just a moment.
I think there's really one moment that starts a comeback. We have the ability to overcome anything as long as we're surrounded by the right people.
I need a good group of people to trust to work on my body.
I'll be back and I'll be stronger than ever.
I go, who are you? He goes, I'm the guy that's going to save your life.
Comebacks imply returning to where you once were. I want to go where I've never been.
So we're back, extra end coverage. We certainly enjoy the extra ends, but USCA head ice tech Sean Olson trying to get back on schedule probably doesn't love them as much right now. But here we go. This game was at one time 7-1, and now Geving and Violet. This is a time, Mike, when you really have to regroup and try to grind out this win.
Yeah.
If you're Geving Violet, if you're Clausen and Anderson, you sort of feel like you're playing with house money at this point. You can be a little looser, but boy, just keep applying the pressure you have. Eileen Geving has to bounce back from that miss. She had a shot to win the game.
Yeah, I think Taylor can really make Eileen and Luke pretty tight here with a nice draw.
Wade's there.
I'm going to go 80s again, Dean. Oh,
Wade's
Cool
there.
J said it best. Don't call it a comeback.
Silver
trying to stop.
That was for the win?
That was for 4, I believe.
Wow.
So on the adjacent sheet here, Christine McMakin and Riley Fenson lose to Claire Moores and Lance Wheeler.
I think I love splitting it.
Wheeler and
They're
Moores
looking.
score 4 in the final end. They were down 7-4, picked up 4 to win 8-7. So that game's over. This is Eileen Geving with her first in the 9th end. Needs to bounce back after missing a shot to win the game. Always tough when you do that. You know, in regular curling, you don't have to shoot right away, throw right away if you're a skip and you missed the last one.
Yeah.
You got some time to stomp around back there. This rock needs to dig in a bit. Settle in at the back.
Ideally, we leave it top button, but
certainly a pocket there, though.
Because they're snapping hard here.
okay.
What number?
3.
Dean's throwing things around in the
Actually, give me
booth.
the 5.
Apparently, he's not happy about
Actually,
going
give
the
me the
extra
3.
either.
I'm excited.
You have a lunch date, Dean?
I love the bonus coverage. Just the sign falling here.
Exciting.
I think I'll try to
Seem
slide
to be some
toward
people
that
filing in
spot
for
and
the
just
4
be
o'clock
full
draw.
positive.
Some real seesaw battles out here. It's 6-6-2
So
Rhymes
crossing
Smith
center, and I was
and
only like a quarter out. I want to be crazy. I'll be wide.
Chase Sinnott, Sidney Mullaney.
Sidney
That game
Mullaney,
has been back and forth. They're 6-6 playing the extra end as well. Hunter Clausen in our feature
Line
game.
looks good. Whoa. Whoa, we look a little heavy. Whoa.
Clausen thinks it's a little heavy. Really trying to get into that pocket there. Hoping it grinds up. It's going to slide by. Now can Luke Violette bounce back?
I like the intern. Are we shot right now? Okay, so then we just can't be heavy then.
You like
Drop
feeling the
all
guard
day.
here at all, Dean?
Well, that was part of Eileen's thinking, but
discussion.
I'm
had
throwing
that
my one
discussion.
rock this time.
Certainly could,
So
certainly an option.
I think we can get a 15 there. Yeah. I do, and I think it's 3/4 12.
That is a testament to the ice holding up. Thinks he can get a
think that's a
15
410.
hog to hog.
15 hog to hog time.
Real
he thinks
fast.
is going to get him to the button. They think they're shot rock at the
Pretty
back
big
right
ad.
now, but I'm sure they'd
Right
love
on.
to lie too.
Line's good.
Violet
Really nice.
watching the
Keep it
line.
clean. Line's good. Yep.
Back 4.
Hey, clean. Clean. Whoa.
Back 4.
Back 4,
Whoa.
wait.
Clean. Yep.
Not.
Hard.
Starting to dig in now. Might be in that
It's really
slide
nice.
path now.
Hard. Whoa.
Now, can
Whoa.
they just bite the button and be shot? Yes, they
Oh,
are.
beautiful.
Great rock. Still a little room in there, but a good shot.
That's good. I think it's going to be hard to move the red out if we don't bump it at all. But we definitely want the line to be good.
Over curling ever so slightly here, and that does create still an opportunity for Anderson and
We're just
Clausen.
sweeping to bump it. Like we're just at 6 inch or 3 inches really. T-line weight, yeah. We have out too. Sorry, my hands are red.
Okay, Anderson and Clausen want to unlock. They're yellow on the back.
Liver less.
I'd like to move this red a little bit. Throwing the intern, following Violet down. Trying to move that red stone. Violet just putting the top of the button. Anderson puts a broom down early. She'll give way to Clausen.
Oh, they're both on it.
She's going to still contribute. Nobody on the line now, that's the only question. But I think they know it's tight to the guard, really tight to the guard. It's all over the guard. It was light and I'm afraid tight.
Sorry, Tay.
Let's hear what Luke and Eileen think. They might be feeling a little better about their chances.
Just even right here. Like, what about this?
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
that's good too.
I mean, we're playing the slap access. Well, the
Well,
only
you don't
problem
want
is
to
if
be
they
there 'cause you
stick
don't
it.
have that double. I think you want to be right on top of it.
Okay. All right. I mean, it's either that or we try the double peel, but it's pretty thin because I think we'd want to throw the intern at it. Yeah, we know where to draw weight. Yep, I'll throw the 3.
So Violet, this is his second stone of the end.
Do we want the, I want to give you a little less. So you said that was an O, right?
Yeah.
I really like an 05.
Okay.
Same ice.
Luke Violette, in-turn draw. Trying to close down this scoring area a little bit more.
I like that. Line's really good.
They have hammer here. I think
Little
they're just
tight.
trying to lock theirs in
Line's
at this
great.
point.
Likes the line early.
Line's good. Yep. Line's good.
Still likes
Line's
the line.
good.
Top floor.
Walk it on. Line's good.
Left to just be on the corner of that red. It's going to overcurl
hard,
again,
hard.
I think, though.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's pretty good.
The other thing is just
Anderson
right here to the pinhole.
They might have liked that rock just one rock over to the right as we look at it.
Yeah.
We're looking in the upper right there. That's a little sneaky look
I guess
in
I'm just
on
thinking
the
if
far
I
sheet
just
from
don't
us.
see it
That's
ever
sheet
leaving.
A way over there.
it'll
That's
be
a
touching it.
6-6 game.
I think we're trying, or we're playing
This
this
is
runner.
last shot for Kim
'Cause
Ryan.
now that
Looks
one
like
rock, you
she's
can kinda get
drawing
going a
for the
little bit.
win.
Just not lined up. You have to hit it.
Probably needs to
Get
just
it going
touch
straight
the
back.
4 foot.
Touch the 4 foot would do it. Slightly better than full 8 would probably do it too.
Hard to tell that one on the far left.
If we miss this, we don't have a shot.
Hunter Clausen and Taylor Anderson look
No,
at
I
this
don't.
situation.
I think I like this better. I just don't think it's very. You have to hit it so thin to get it going straight back. Okay. Just make the draw, and then if Luke misses the pick, you just toss a guard up there and we win.
Clausen and Anderson down to
have your
35
time,
seconds as Hunter Clausen
Okay,
digs
so-
his rock out. They do have a timeout in the extra end, so
Tons
they
of
can
ice.
use that on their last shot.
What was the split? on
Over
the first
bonus
one?
coverage on sheet 1. Smith just backing off. Good enough.
Kim Rhyme with the draw to win over there in sheet A. Always been a good draw player, Kim Rhyme. Makes it there. Clausen, meanwhile,
How's the line?
with his intern.
Nice, good. Put on the tee. Yes.
Wants a tee line,
Where?
trying to
Right on
sneak in.
the
There's a
tee.
tiny bit of room in there, I think.
Whoa. Yes. Yes.
It's close. It's really close.
Whoa.
It
Whoa.
will
Whoa.
bounce off.
Okay.
Now, Violette thinking he noses.
Yeah, I want you to hold. So let me.
If he
does-
knows, if he
dead
knows
nose.
here, it's
I
game
just,
over.
Like, hacked the board.
There would be
Have
no
to
way
agree.
for.
I think it's right here.
Dead nose, I don't see a path in here for
There's
Anderson
not a path
Clausen.
in. You could maybe throw an absolute missile at this one that's biting. That's shot rock right now, and it would go straight sideways.
And make the yellow
make
that's
the yellow
just
at the
biting the
back.
button shot
I don't even
stone.
think it's shot. I think it's second count. Yeah, you'd have to clip this one.
It's our Joe Calabrese is in Mike's ear here, and they're debating
Back.
that.
You sure?
Yeah.
Luke not convinced it needs to curl.
Hard.
I think it does
Eileen
need to curl.
Devin thinks it does. She's saying hard. Can
Ooh,
they get
this-
it over far enough? They don't want to jam it in there.
Okay.
Well,
Now there's an in-off.
now there's an opportunity. Wasn't the result that
Well, or we're looping the dead freeze.
Luke wanted.
Freeze here in my shot.
Will
I
be
see.
shot if you freeze here. Line's honestly close to that 2 to make the freeze.
Do you
But
like
we can
the
tap
freeze
it
or
a
the double better?
What?
Do you like the freeze or the double better?
I like them both. You can play. You played that control weight here with the intern, and stuck.
Yeah.
That's our. Yeah. You like this? Or do you want to play the draw?
I kind of like the draw.
Okay, play the draw.
We've seen
Plenty of
Taylor
ice.
Anderson make some great draws in this game so far. She's going to try to throw this rock
She can
a
come
little less than 150 feet and try to get it to fraction closer than the one
Plenty of time, Ted.
red stone that's just almost on the pinhole, Mike.
Yeah, I think she can come all the way to the back one and be shot. I don't think she wants to do that. It's definitely an option here.
So they called a timeout, but they have plenty of time. Taylor Anderson, last shot for her team.
I think weight's
Extra
there.
end.
Come on.
Trying to squeeze in there.
We're back 8 right now.
Curl.
We can play the wick.
Straight.
Back 8.
Whoa.
Back 8 weight, she says, a little strong. Can they play this chisel? The Thursday night
Yeah.
chisel.
There it is. Oh.
Great shot, Tay.
Oh.
There it is.
Maybe a little bit of dirty pool there that we're talking about it on the way down.
What a shot.
But it was always there that way.
Absolutely.
You can throw more weight over here.
Because this is going to stay close.
Yeah, it's going to drag it this
Tell
way.
you what, about an hour ago, I don't think Eileen Geving and Luke Violette imagined them facing this for the win.
Tell you what, Hunter Clausen did proclaim that they were a second half team.
We weren't buying it when they gave
or
up
you just throw this way.
3 in the
all
fifth,
you gotta do is
but
bump it. Same
apparently
thing.
they're
Yeah, I mean, we know
last
that
3 ends plus the extra
But
team.
how well do we know it? It has been straightening up a little bit. We haven't thrown over here at all, and it could be like we don't really know.
I'm sure if I thought about it, I could come up with some other dated sports reference from 25 years ago.
No.
I'm not sure what they're going to play here. We don't have it.
I think they can play the float, like Taylor
Yep, so
just
you
played.
saw mine. I was close to the board, and all of a sudden, if you're a little heavy, it's not
in off.
Hear what Luke thinks.
I almost like less weight. I almost like back 12. Yeah.
I think you can hold it.
What are you seeing? I mean, it's just, yeah, I think they're both similar degree difficulty. We think we know this side better.
Yeah, that's the only, is just having seen so many with the in.
Yeah, it comes down to what you're seeing.
I think
Yeah,
what
you
Luke
could
Violette would
get
really
the
like
same
is a
shot
time
she did, but those
machine.
are pretty far apart.
I think I like the in.
I do
even
too.
Even if it were to ever over curl.
Yeah, I do too. So where are you thinking of
For the
taking? What weight do you want first?
Just back line.
Okay, so I think that's like your 90.
Yeah. More than that.
85, not a ton more.
Like middle of 8 with
Yep.
that.
I think you want to let me have a chance with it.
So they're going to play this with quiet weight and try to chisel that yellow stone just off the button and make their stone that's in the top portion of the button shot rock.
Yep.
You think I need a
More, but the weight has to be perfect. Any more
the
weight,
one
you don't
that
want it there.
Taylor Anderson chiseled off is now further over, so
Yeah,
I
field
don't
shot.
think that's
I
going to
can
be an
carry it
option
here.
for them. There we see it drawn up here by our producer, Brian Anderson. And here we go. It's Eileen Geving with her last shot,
A little soft
trying to
release
win a
me.
game they
83,
had
so I
firm
think we're
control
just
of. Violet's on it early. He's working it hard. They need to get by the guard, and by the high reds. And they're not going to do it. And that will go down as an 8-7 victory for Anderson Clausen. An unlikely turn of events from N6 on.
Highway robbery.
But a great bit of curling, and enjoyed it here. So that's our coverage for right now. We'll be back on again at 4 p.m., I believe. We're going to try to stick to 4 p.m. And at 7:30 tonight. Might be a hair late because of the later start this morning. But on behalf of USA Curling and our partners at 1210 Sports Network and Mike McDermott, thanks for joining us in the booth here today. We'll be back at 4 p.m. and again at 7:30. Join us then.